Okay, so let's dive in. You've brought us a source that's, it's a lot to unpack.
It really is.
It feels like one huge unified argument, but it's blending, what, three massive things? You've got political grievance, you've got scientific disinformation, and then this really heavy apocalyptic theology.
Exactly.
So I guess our mission for this deep dive is to try and pull that apart, to deconstruct it and see why it's so, I don't know, so powerful and self-validating.
And that's the key, isn't it? What's fascinating here is how the text works as a kind of a shortcut to certainty. It just gives you one single answer for everything. It takes all these separate anxieties you might have about your finances, about toxins in the environment, feeling spiritually, let down, and it just fuses them.
And it turns all that complex uncertainty into something very simple.
Deliberate malice.
Yeah.
From a hidden group.
So who is this hidden group?
Yeah.
The target seems to be just the elite. And they're accused of two main things, robbing us and misleading us. That's pretty broad, right?
It is. And that's why it works so well. The elite serves this crucial rhetorical function. It's a scapegoat.
For what, though?
For everything. For the overwhelming complexity of, modern global economics, policy failures, all of it. Instead of wrestling with that, you just convert it all into focused anger.
I see.
And because the threat feels so total, so existential, it demands an ultimate solution. You can't just have reform. You need, total destruction.
And this is where it moves from the abstract, from robbing, to something much more physical. The text really zeroes in on this accusation of poisoning the population.
Yeah, and this is the core of the scientific disinformation. The claim is rooted in the debunked chemtrails conspiracy.
Ah, okay.
It links those climate fears to a secret government plot. I mean, technically, those long, thin clouds you see behind a jet are just contrails, condensation trails.
It's water vapor, right?
So it's just harmless water vapor and CO2 from the hot engine exhaust hitting the really cold air up there. It's a normal effect.
But if the science is that clear, there has to be some kind of factual hook, something they latch onto to make it seem plausible.
There is. And they weaponize legitimate but very small-scale research. Take Harvard's SCOPEX experiment, for example. It's preliminary research into solar geoengineering.
Okay.
They seize on that and present it as definitive proof the widespread secret plot is already happening.
And then there are the digital tactics. You pointed out the intentional misspelling, like P0.sound with a zero?
Right.
Wait, why would they do that? Why bother?
That's tactical. It's digital evasion to get around platform content filters that are looking for the word poisoned.
So it's a way to avoid getting flagged.
Exactly. And the act of being censored or needing to evade censorship just reinforces the core conspiracy. It proves their point for them. See? They're trying to hide the truth.
So we have the robbing, the poisoning, the censorship. Where can a narrative this dark possibly go for a solution? It shifts, and pretty suddenly, into this cosmic conclusion. A demand, yeah. An appeal to the theological concept of Elohim and the call to just let humanity perish.
This is them pulling directly from Psalm 82. It's a powerful appropriation. That psalm is all about the judgment of corrupt rulers for, failing to deliver justice.
So it provides a divine mandate for the downfall of the modern elite they're so angry at.
Precisely.
But is there a consequence in that ancient text? What happens if those rulers, the Elohim, fail their duty?
Absolutely. The text warns that if they fail, the earth, the eretz, is shaken from its foundation.
Wow.
So that leverages this ancient idea that the systemic failures today, the robbing, the poisoning, are literally causing the world to collapse back into primordial chaos. And that chaos requires a total reset, annihilation.
It's a perfectly interlocking system then, a closed loop. Societal failure points to hidden malice. That malice is legitimized by a divine decree, and that decree mandates an apocalyptic solution.
And that really brings us to the core challenge here for you, the listener, to think about.
Yeah.
This ideology works because it's built on a complete inversion of trust.
What do you mean?
Well, if all the traditional sources of knowledge scientists, government agencies, the media, if they're all just corrupt agents of the elite, what happens when they try to refute the claims?
An attempt to fact-check it just becomes more evidence.
It becomes proof of the cover-up. An expert explaining the difference between contrails and chemtrails only validates the core narrative of suppression. So the question is, how do you even begin to counter a belief system where proof of denial is the proof of the conspiracy?